Welcome to Physics of Gamification, the podcast where science meets behavior design. I'm your host, Hakan Uzer, co-founder of MotivaCraft. Each week, we break down one gamification mechanic and connect it to a fundamental law of physics, to understand not just what works, but why it works. You can't see a magnetic field, but you know it's there, shaping motion, pulling objects, changing direction. A well-designed gamification system does the same thing. Without saying a word, it signals. Here's what matters. Here's where to go next. Here's what you have just achieved. It doesn't demand. It pulls. Now picture this. You are walking through a museum. No arrows, no instructions. But the lighting, the open doors, the way each piece is placed, you know where to go next. That's a field. Invisible influence, perfectly designed. Let's dive in. In physics, a field is a force that works from a distance. An electric field pulls or pushes charges. A magnetic field bends the motion of anything already moving. These forces don't touch, they don't speak, but they change direction completely. Now, think about a gamification system. When it is working right, you don't need to tell users what to do. They move on their own, guided by how the system is built. Maybe it's the way rewards build. Maybe it's the rhythm of a mission path. Maybe it's just the feeling that something important is just one click away. They act, not because they were told, but because motion felt inevitable. That's the field effect. Every system emits signals, not pop-ups, not alerts. I mean the deeper cues, how the whole structure feels to move through. Think about your mission flow. Is there a sense of momentum? A hint that one step leads to another? That there's somewhere to go? The best systems don't push you from task to task. They pull you forward. Users start expecting and wanting what comes next. It's like being caught in a current. You're still choosing to swim, but the water is nudging you in the just right direction. Here is a trap you should be aware of. You build points, badges, levels, all the right pieces, but the system still feels flat. It's not that the mechanics are broken, it's that the field isn't there. If your challenges feel disconnected, if users don't see how today links to the next week, if the system gives the same tone over and over, then engagement fades. Not because people don't like what's there, but because it doesn't pull. Without tension, there is no spark. Without contrast, there is no shape. And without structure that feels alive, there is no reason to keep going. Let me give you an example. In one workplace game, users didn't just complete daily goals. Each goal gave them a fragment of a team badge. On their own, nothing. But once the whole team completed their goals, the badge unlocked. And when it did, it revealed a new story chapter. The game didn't need to beg for engagement. Nobody wanted to be the one who held the group back, and everyone wanted to see what happened next. That's a field. No push, just direction and a shared momentum. So how do you create that kind of pull? Start by thinking in progression lines. Don't drop tasks randomly, build arcs. Let people feel like they're moving through something, not just over it. Add thresholds, a slight challenge, a locked door, something that says, this part matters. Make progress visible. Show users how close they are to the next level, the next story, the next role. Once they are 80% there, they'll find the last 20% irresistible. And don't forget narrative weight. Even a simple callback, you have returned to this mission, can spark emotional continuity. It makes users feel like they are becoming someone. This works because of something called pre-commitment bias. Once we start, we want to finish. Once we feel progress, we want payoff. You are not pushing users, you are helping them complete a story they already started. The best systems don't raise their voice. They whisper the right thing at the right time. And that whisper becomes a pull. Not flashy, not noisy, just magnetic. That's the field effect. It's not about looking good. It's not about having more features. It's about designing systems where action feels natural, where effort feels connected, where users feel directed without shouts or commands. That's how motivation becomes momentum. Here's a challenge for you. Pick one system you have built, a progress tracker, a challenge flow, an onboarding experience. And ask yourself, where is the pull? If you can't feel it, neither can your users. You've been listening to Physics of Gamification. No studio, no scripts, no sales pitch. Just tested ideas and the occasional physics metaphor. If today's episode helped you rethink how motivation can flow or remind you that the best systems don't force, they invite, share it. I'm Hakan Uzer, and next time we are going quantum with entanglement. And what happens when users and their journeys start to feel emotionally connected. Until then, stay in the flow.